So today I'm at the Marion Research Farm again. This is 1 week after applying the Enlist treatments to the Enlist corn here. And right now you're looking at the Liberty side, and we'll just walk along and go over and look at the side where we use Durango or glyphosate. And if you see some corn plants laying kind of sideways and looking real sick, those are the plants that are not Enlist tolerant. So there's one row in the 4-row planter. There's on the end of the planter, so there will be 2 rows together, and there's 6 rows that don't have that. So we'll look at that too, but definitely shows what the Assure 2 in the tank can do to corn that is not Enlist corn. So as you can see, just like we would expect, the Liberty really crinkled up these weeds, and you can see there that real brown crispy look, and that's kind of what you expect. And if you look down the row, you can see multiple pigweed species that are looking pretty brown and crispy. So otherwise pretty decent tolerance. Now here we're coming up to 2 rows that had some corn that was not Enlist corn, just a little bit mixed in, and you can kind of see here where it just kind of flops them over. There's another one, there's another one. So they just look kind of sick. And this would be in a block here that got 2 doses. So I forgot to mention that. I'm kind of standing at the break here where you can see that is actually a 2x rate of the Liberty program. And then these next 12 rows beside me to the right would just be the 1x rate. So you can still see, really good weed control. There's another, larger species at the time, or larger weed at the time, still in the pigweed. That's pretty much the only weed that we had out here, was a lot of the pigweed type escapes. But good weed control. Again, here's another pair of rows where we had some of that corn that just kind of flopped over because it was mixed in intentionally, just to show what that would look like. So now we're going to cross over the line here, and we are in the Durango or glyphosate side, and right now we're in the 2x area. And you can see again, just like in the past, you don't get that brown crispy look to these weeds. You just see that epinastic effect, and they're still fairly green. And then we got a pair of rows here again that had the non-Enlist corn in them, and you can see those plants are laying over and dead. And there's another fairly big, larger pigweed that is still fairly green, but it will die. Doesn't have the brown crispy look like the Liberty. And as we get over here even further, we get into an area that was just the 1x rate, and you can see again good weed control. You can definitely see the Enlist has gotten into the plants very well. You can see there's another large pigweed species that is getting some of the Enlist taken up into it. So that's the kind of the wrap up of the plot, and we'll keep an eye on it over the next few weeks and see how this weed control is.